Shifts in tariff policies has had markets on edge. Even the president recently remarked that the bond market was, quote, queasy. Do you have a sense of who is dumping U.S. assets? Who's been dumping U.S. treasuries?
I don't think there's a dumping, and I think we saw in the tick data either today or Friday that actually foreign ownerships picked up. We had three big auctions last week, and on the longer end auction, 10-year, 30-year, we saw increased foreign competition. So I actually think this is one of those occasional VAR shocks that you get in the trading community. I think a lot of people got very leveraged, maybe out over their skis, and then you combine that with some real money selling, and you get these moves.
So you don't think it's sovereigns, potentially it's hedge funds unwinding?
I have no evidence that it's sovereigns. And look, Anne-Marie, not you, but the nature of journalism is to create a headline that 10 days ago, when 10-year yields hit 3.90, said, well, Secretary Bessent got what he wanted. He got 10-year yields down, but it's the wrong reason. Now, I forget what they hit on Friday, maybe 440 something.
We saw a 50 basis move last week in 10-year yield at the same time that the dollar was weakening nearly 3%. How do you simultaneously look at that situation? It feels like investors are dumping U.S. assets.
Well, look, I've learned that not to look at what happens over a week, right? Like, I, for better or worse, have lived through a lot of these things, and in trading, in one's personal trading history, it's the scar tissue that sticks with you the most. I can tell you exactly where I was standing in 1998 when the long-term capital, the debacle happened. That had nothing to do with anything other than a bunch of geniuses up in Greenwich who had too much leverage.